Hello guys, welcome to your tutorial. Welcome kids. I hope that we start today a new fresh day. By the way, good morning, okay? Today is April the 27th, 2020. This is video part 1 from week 5, okay? In this week, today we're going to focus on Smart Mathematician on page 114 and 116, okay? So ready? Let's get started. Today, this is the agenda of today, okay? From week 5, today is April 27th. We're going to start with the activation. Remember that we always have to get active and motivated for a new day. Then we're going to say the I can speech, okay? Then we're going to start with our open question, big question, essential question that will help us get involved in the topic. Then we're going to watch a video related to the topic for you can understand more this content. Then we're going to read and analyze the key language from Smart Mathematician that is called How Long Ago, okay? Then we're going to focus on the learning log activities from Smart Mathematician, page 114 and 116. Then we're going to stop a little bit and do the mindfulness activity, okay, to bring up all those concentration and all those ideas. Later, through the video, you will see some notebook activities, also some informative videos that will help us acquire more knowledge from this topic. Today, you have good manner class and you have technology class. Those two classes are your extra classes of the day, so I suggest you to go to the evening activities folder from those tutorials and watch your videos from your extra classes, okay? Today you don't have no homework, and I hope that you enjoy the activities and this video, okay? Now, to start, we have to do the activation, so I need everyone to stand up, get ready and dance, and get involved in this new music, okay? I hope you like it. Let's do it! So let me set it up.
You just fade away. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Were meant to cut me down, and if love was just our circus, you'd be a clown by now. You know I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. I'm still standing.
Okay guys, so I hope that you enjoyed that song. I hope that you're all active today for a new day. So let's get started. And the subject before that, we are going to say the I can speech, okay? So get ready. 1, 2, 3. Today will be a wonderful day because I can. I'm smart. I'm unique. I'm loved. I am respectful and beautiful. I love my classmates, my school, and my teachers. I will be the master of my emotions, and I was born with a purpose. I am not better than anyone, and nobody is better than me. So guess what? Today will be a wonderful day. Yes, guys, it will be, okay? So let's get started. This week we're going to see the Smart Mathematician from page 114. The topic will be what are variables. Then we're going to focus on Wise Citizen, page 117. What's a child? Then Curious Scientist, page 120. When does water condense? Creative Artist, page 123. What's a series of sculptures? Last but not least, Test Yourself, page 126, and Consolidation, page 120. This is the topics from this week 5, okay? Now, let's start with the essential question. The essential question says, what are variables? What are variables? I don't know if you remember from week 4, we talked a little bit about variables, and we focus on bar graphs, we focus on surveys, okay, and we also focus on the population, okay, random sample, variables, okay, and the population. So what are variables? Let's check, okay. Over here on page 114, this is our first page where we're going to work on. But before that, let's see this video that will help you a little bit, okay? Let's start by watching this video, so get ready.
Look at this table. It has 2 rows. In one, we write the sport, and in the other, we write the number of people who like the sport. The 4 categories are cricket, football, tennis, and others. Others would include all kinds of sports apart from these 3. And this is the data we have. 10 like cricket, 13 like football, 2 like tennis, and 5 like sports which are other than these 3. Now let's try to represent this data in an aesthetic way. Let's draw 2 perpendicular lines like these and mark 1 to 13 in equal intervals. We can use bars to represent the number of people who have watched a sport. The 4 categories are cricket, football, tennis, and other sports. We know that 10 people like cricket, so we draw a bar up to that height. 13 people like football, so we draw a bar up to the number 13. Remember, the numbers are written in equal intervals. Since only 2 people like tennis, we draw a small bar up to 2. And we draw a bar of length 5 for the people who like sports other than these 3. Such graphs are called bar graphs, and they are called so because these bars help us analyze the data. But how do they help us? Ignore the table for the moment and look at the bar graph. Just by looking at the graph, we can effortlessly say that football is the most popular sport, and tennis is not very popular. Mostly, these graphs are drawn on a graph paper. We will understand more about it in the next few videos.
Okay guys, before we continue on reading the key language, I will give you 5 minutes for you can explore it, analyze it, okay? And then we're going to read it together. So open the key language and then explore it, analyze it, listen to the audios and everything, okay? I will give you 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now let's see this key language that is called Smart Mathematician. How long ago? Okay, how long ago is the name of the key language. So let's start reading it. How long ago? What do you do after school? Well, after school, I have to plan my classes, what I'm going to see the next day. That's what I do. I don't know what you do. Maybe you do different things, okay? Maybe you like playing video games or updating your social media. Technology makes these activities possible. However, your parents did not have these devices when they were kids. What did they do in their spare time? Yes, back then, when I was your age, I didn't have the possibility of using an iPhone or using a phone, okay? I used to play outside with my friends, with my cousins, or I did some activities, watching TV. That's all the advanced technology. Later, they acquired me a camera to take photos. That's what I used to do. And that's what I used to do mostly in my free times, or ride the bike. But that's all. Not too much video games and stuff like that, no. Let's continue. It says, you're around 12 years old. How old are your parents? My parents are big. They're like around 40, 50. But your parents maybe will be around 30, 40, 20, okay? It depends. They are probably in their 30s or 40s. Subtract your age from your parents' age. For example, 37 minus 12 equals 25. That means they were your age, 25 years old. They did not have smartphones or iPads when they were your age. Have they told you any stories about their childhood? I hope that you enjoyed this quarantine and talk to your parents and ask them as is possible how was their childhood. If they can tell you any type of stories or experience of their childhood, enjoy this moment when they come at home, okay? Maybe in the afternoons you can start asking them in a moment where you can see that they don't have work to do or stuff like that, okay? In their free times. It says, leisure is a free time from work and duties. It is the time that we have to do activities for fun, curiosity, or relaxation. Leisure activities change with time. New activities substitute old ones. And new technologies change the way we interact with each other. Yes, I don't know if you have observed that when there's Christmas, on Christmas Eve or on Christmas Day, you all sit together in a table and start eating your chicken, your turkey. But there's a moment where everyone stops and grab their phone. And you see like there's some people, especially grandpas, are the ones that are not used to using their phone. Some, not all. But you see that mostly all of your family members are in the phone, updating their social media, updating their WhatsApp, Instagram, any type of social media. And you notice that it's Christmas. It's a moment where everyone has to be together, saying jokes, telling stories, and talking together face to face, and putting those phones away. Because you have those phones every day, 24/7, okay, a day. And you never stop and talk to your family members and see how they are, how they're feeling. And that's what we have to do, okay? Because sometimes we interact more in the phone or in social media than physically. And there's something that we don't have control of, the time. The time passes, the days, the hours, the minutes, the seconds, and the years. And we can never go back on time. So I suggest you to talk to your parents, talk to your grandma, auntie, cousin, whoever in physical, and tell, hey, can we see each other? Let's drink a coffee and a soda and talk about fun stuff, talk about scary stuff, sad stuff, everything. But talk, have a conversation, okay? Don't interact only with phone. If it's possible, then make a video call, but try to do it more physical. I know that right now, due to this due to the situations you can do it, but I'm saying when there's this time when you have this possibility of doing it, when everything goes back to normal, do it, okay? When we can interact together, then do it, please. Let's continue. Your parents were children during the 80s. Most of the fun they had was outside with other children. Music and games were not found on apps. Yes, music was only found on radio stations or TV channels. And games were like the lottery, the bingo, were like the flashcard games, Uno games, but not Uno, it's like the Mexican lottery, okay? Or games with the ball, playing football, softball, playing outside. Those were the games, not using your iPad or playing just video games. No, they were outside, breathing nature, playing, running, and at the same time it's cool because you have energy and you need to waste that energy that you have, okay? It says over here, exercise. Children in the 70s and 80s were physically active. They spent a lot of time outdoors playing football, basketball, hide and seek, and climbing trees. Yes, it was really cool when you're playing hide and seek. I never had the opportunity of climbing a tree, but some of my cousins did, and it's cool. It's cool, all those type of activities outdoor. The other part, hopscotch. Hopscotch, well, I think you have one in the school. No, I think you don't. But hopscotch is a common game that everyone plays in the playground. It says, for a long time, hopscotch was a popular game for children. It consists of hopping on numbered squares painted on the floor. Do children today still play it? I think some do. Some children today still play hopscotch, depending because if they're in their schools, they have this game painted on the floor, then they still have the ability on playing it. Some kids don't know how to play it, some do, okay? And they don't know how to play it because why? They stop playing these games, that's why. Not because they don't like it, because they don't know this type of game, okay? Radio. The radio was, let's see the audio.
This machine's old and still works, probably needs new belts, but it does play a tape like this.
So back then we used to only use radios, like I told you. That was a way of media wave that you can hear only music or the news. People today, they still use the radio, especially adults, because they're used to hearing that type of music and in the radio station. But now new generations use Spotify, okay? And it's cool, but it's an application. Back then it was like a radio having this only with two little speakers, like similarly when they put in the key. It says the radio was the most popular way to listen to music. If you liked a song and wanted to keep it, you had to get a blank cassette. When the song was played, you could record it. Yes, even though you had a cassette, some people lets you borrow another cassette because maybe you don't have enough money to afford one. Also, there were like the CD players, like in circle CD players that you put the disco inside or the CD, and you can also hear music put in your headphones. But I'm telling you, those big headphones that go from all around your head. Okay, the other one is arcades. In the 80s, personal computers were just becoming popular. Most homes in Mexico did not have them. If kids wanted to play video games, they went to an arcade. Yes, if you see, there's still some small markets, the famous tienditas, where you can see this type of video games that you can play. Personally, in my opinion, they seem cool, but I have never played them. Now, the age I used to play them back then, okay? Right now I don't have the opportunity to go and play it, but it's really cool because it's using like just only one little a control in the buttons. It's nice. Shows. People watch shows on TV. They were specific schedules to watch your favorite show. The Ninja Turtles were popular. They watched films in the cinema too. Back in the Future and E.T. are the iconic movies from the 80s. Oh yes, I remember the movie E.T. First, when I was little, I was like, no, I don't like that movie because it was a little bit scary because of the character. But it's cool. E.T. is cool at the end. I like it because it's like a small, carefully charming animal. Obviously, it's science fiction, but it's really cool. Animal writing spike. And yes, back then they had this special schedule. You can only see the TV shows on certain times, so you had to wait till the next day at the same time to watch that TV show. The other one is exploring. In the past, parents felt safe through letting their children roam free. They trusted their neighbors and their community. Children were free to explore the world around them on their own or with their friends. Yes. Back then, the parents had that confidence to the neighbors and letting their children play outside. Now we can do that due to the bad security that we have. There's so many bad people outside that you can trust no one now due to all the unsure things that is happening. And back then you had more like fun because you could explore. Everyone around your neighbor was your friends. You know all of them. You even could eat in your neighbor's home. But now nothing of that. Just in your bedroom playing video games and stuff like this, watching TV. At the same time, it's cool, but at the same time, I think it's a little bit boring because we need to interact with others, with humans, and we need to communicate and play with others, know the way they work and know the way they learn something new. Okay, and this other part says, statistics show that children in the 80s spent more than 2 hours playing outside every weekday. Children today spend just 1 hour outdoors. Your parents spend double the time you do exploring nature and hanging out with friends. Why do you think that is? Well, maybe that is because we're not safe, we're not secure anymore. Okay, many things are happening outside. Too much violence, too much aggression, too much corruption, many things that is affecting us. And that's why children can go outside. Like I said, it's a little bit more cool playing outside. But now we spend more time using our technology devices. That at the same time it's cool because you explore things, but at the same time it's bad because what? It affects our sight, okay? It damages our sight. So if you have the opportunity to play in your community, because maybe your community is in a private location, do it, okay? Interact with all those people, but at the same time be careful with who you're interacting with, okay? Nowadays, technology is involved in many aspects of our lives. Our leisure activities depend on apps and social media, like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, what else? TikTok, that is a famous application that we are using today for the quarantine, due to the quarantine. So, this is what has happened nowadays, that we use more TikTok to make funny things, and it's really cool. It's really cool to watch those TikTok videos, but we depend on those apps now. It says they are useful. However, we must not forget the world around us. Talk with your parents about their childhood. So I suggest you to talk with your parents and ask them how was their childhood, and you can notice the difference between your childhood and their childhood. Okay, there's a big difference, but enjoy the world, enjoy your nature, enjoy what is God giving you to survive, okay? Enjoy your smells, enjoy your family, and know them every day, okay? What activities were different? Many activities were different. If you saw in this key language, they mentioned you several. Do you think children are different now? Yes, they're different in many ways. Why? Because there's some children that were born in 2005 and they were born in a new technology era where they can learn how to use a phone. They can learn how to use a phone in 1 month. They know how to use a phone really quick. They know how to use YouTube and they say, hey, put me YouTube, or let me take a photo. Their way of learning is more faster, it's more easy because they were born in this generation where technology is around them. They look around and they see their mom using the phone. They turn around and you see their dad using the phone. So it's way different the way children are enjoying their childhood right now, because they see they see a lot of social medias. For example, they see YouTube channels, they see Netflix series, and they even say, put me Netflix please. Oh, why didn't you put the Netflix? I'm telling you of children from 5 years old. Maybe you have a brother or a sister that knows a lot of media than you do, okay? So you see how generations beyond changing, because all of what's around us, our way of communicating, it's changing us and changing several generations. So let's continue. It says word treasure. You have this image. Let's listen and repeat. Arcade. You have an arcade. And some casinos, there are still some arcades, but they're like motor arcades. Also, I think this place right here in Plaza Americas that has several games that you can play. I think it's called City Express. I don't know, really. I just have seen it. I have never been in it, but I have seen kids enjoying having fun and they're playing games in the arcades. Another one. Childhood. Okay. Hopscotch. That is a cool game.
Neighbors.
Outdoors is also outside, okay? It's the same thing. Outdoors, outside. To roam, to explore, to go outside, okay? And that's all. So now I suggest you to please observe those resources that they use, because some resources have excellent links that you can click on and discover new information from there, okay? So now let's continue on working.